Danny in Jackson, New Jersey, listening on EWTN. You are on with Tim Staples.
Hi, guys.
Welcome.
Hi, Danny.
Thanks for taking my call. I have a brother-in-law. He was raised Catholic also and stuff like that. And he, over the years, he was reading a lot of Protestant books and a lot of things like that. And I noticed he started thinking a lot like them,
Yeah.
And I told him, I said, if you keep on doing that, you're gonna start thinking what they and believing what they believe.
Oh,
and,
yes.
So anyway, it came to fruition now. He's very anti-Catholic. In the last few years, he's just been posting these things on Facebook, and all the family members are getting very upset.
Yes.
He posts like these videos on YouTube, like the history of the evil Catholic Church. And these things are like so ridiculous. And
Yeah.
if you know your faith at all, you know that they're lies and stuff like that. But when I try to talk to him, and I even send him stuff from Catholic Answers to refute these claims.
Yeah.
He's just got like a wall up. He doesn't believe
Yeah.
it. And he's just like, the Catholic Church is this, the typical stuff. We worship statues, we worship Mary,
Yes.
the Pope is the Antichrist. So, my sister-in-law today was telling my wife that, she was upset with some of the stuff that he was putting on Facebook. I know I have to pray for him, and I do.
Absolutely.
What would be the best way to talk
Sure.
to him?
Danny,
Because
you
we
know
got
what?
into arguments over the
Let me jump in because you already took part of my fire. My friend, the most important thing of all is that you pray for him, offer the holy sacrifice of the Mass for him, my friend. Pray your daily rosary, offer up a decade, 2, a rosary a day. I will tell you, Danny, that was the secret to Matt Dula that you mentioned before. I would find out later after I left the Marine Corps, he was offering his Mass every day for me, and he was praying a rosary for me every day. I didn't, and that was for a whole year, and I didn't know it at the time, Si, but I was a goner. Just because now it took a couple of years for that to come to fruition. But Danny, of course, that's the most important thing. I would suggest something else as well. Here is what I do, and I've done it many times over the last hard to believe 29 years that I've been Catholic. My goodness, 29 years, Si. It seems like yesterday. But anyway, Danny, ask your brother-in-law, what is the single most absolutely crazy thing that you could never believe about the Catholic faith? One thing, not 10 things, not 100 things. I tell you, Danny, most people make the mistake of trying. You know what I'm doing now? I got myself 2,000 emails behind as of Christmas time, actually by about early February. And I told everybody emails me, if you email me 45 questions, I'm going to answer one. All right, and I tell everybody now, you send me one. What is your biggest bugaboo about the Catholic faith? And I'll answer that. And then we can go from there. Let me tell you, I've got my emails down from 2,000 to about 170 now and counting. And I am determined I'm going to get them all done. But Danny, it's the same thing with you. One thing, if it's worshiping statues, okay, let's deal with that. Let's knock this thing every which way but loose. Let's turn it upside down. And let me tell you, Danny, what happened to me was Matt Dula got me on one thing, and it was calling no priest father. Don't call your priest father. He answered that thing every which way but loose. And even though, Danny, I never even admitted to him, you know my story, I never even admitted to him he was right. He was right. Uh-huh. And it bugged me to no end. Now, we went on to thing after thing after thing, and he answered, but you got to start somewhere. Start with one thing. That's number one. Number two, it may be, Danny, that it's just not time to talk to him. And that's a hard one for you and I to be able to come to and say, you know what, I'm just not ready. I'll give you an example. My father and my brother Mike, my father who just died about a year and a half ago, and a good Catholic, and my brother Mike, who is now Catholic as well. But both of those guys, when I was evangelizing my mother, my brother Terry, my brother Ted, those two didn't want anything. My dad got mad. He's like, I don't want that stuff in my house. My brother Mike would just get up and walk away. And you know what I found, Danny? It does no good to speak to the back of somebody's head. It doesn't work, all right? So Sometimes it's just not time. It took 14 years with my brother Mike before he became Catholic. It took 5 years with my dad. My brother Terry was wide open. It took 6 months, and now he's a Catholic priest. Everybody's different. But here, final thing I will say to you, Danny, take James chapter 1, verse 5. And this is a prayer that you can pray that you know will be answered, and it will be answered in the affirmative. Isn't that cool? Here is a guarantee from God. You ask for this, you get a yes, and it's this. If any man lacks wisdom, and that's what we're talking about, wisdom. Should I talk to this guy or should I not? If any man lacks wisdom, let him ask of God, who upbraideth not. In other words, he's not going to say no, right? He will respond yes. He gives liberally wisdom to all who ask. That's what the scripture says in James chapter 1, verse 5. Now, wisdom comes with age most often and with experience. It's going to take time and hard knocks, but you pray for wisdom and God will give you wisdom concerning this situation.
Thank you very much, Danny.